In general, mankind, since the improvement of cookery, eats twice as much as nature requires. Whatever you put in, you get out. That means if you put bad foods into your body, you will, well, get out bad performance. It's not possible to outperform a bad diet. I'm telling you, it's just not going to work. So as a combat sports athlete, I think that it is essential that you eat extremely healthy. So number one, you can recover quicker, and number two, you can feel better. Diet, like I have said in the past, doesn't have to be extremely complicated. It can be easy as long as you make it easy. Importance of diet. I'm sure in the past you have heard the analogy of putting the right fuel into your car. That's the most basic diet analogy you could probably hear. The thing is though, why is diet so important for people in general, but especially for MMA fighters? I would say diet is so important because it's what keeps the body running like gas in a car. My diet has changed a lot over the span of a year. Last year, around this time, I was eating high carb meals with more seed oils in them than I should have been eating. Now I'm eating fewer carbs, but my carbs come from fruit and honey and stuff like that, and my diet is simple, not pumped with seed oils or additives. When you think of diet too much, trust me bro, it just starts to make your head hurt. So I recommend making it so simple that you can save yourself the time of worrying about diet and save yourself the trouble of not having to worry about all the diet stuff. Back to why diet is so important though. Our modern doctors and medical system like to prescribe us with medicines and treatments for things that can be fixed by simply changing your diet. A lot of skin issues can be solved by eating healthy. A lot of sicknesses can be cured faster or not contracted at all if you just ate healthy. And as an athlete myself, I know how bad it sucks to miss out when you're sick because all you want to do is train and compete. Eating a diet that will not give you immense brain fog is going to make your body feel freer and clearer for fighting. You'll be able to think better, your body will feel so much better, and your striking and grappling will be on point. Some other benefits of having a good diet are recovery. You will recover way quicker than those that eat a pretty shitty diet. When you're healthier, you recover quicker. You recover at superhuman speed. So when you go and think, oh, I'm just gonna go eat this Quest bar, just remember, bro, you're gonna eat something that's not that good, and you may not perform as well in your next match. You may not perform well in training. Just remember the importance of diet and staying away from food additives, seed oils, and all that stuff, because it's really going to benefit you in the ring or the cage. Micro and macronutrients. Now we start to talk about the important information. This is the base of your diet. The three macronutrients are protein, fat, and carbs. Fighters should be eating an adequate amount of all of them. Protein is really important for muscle recovery and overall health since it repairs the inside of your body. Fat is very significant for hormone regulation and production. You should want high testosterone as a man, so eating a good amount of fat is going to be extremely beneficial to your testosterone. And carbs are your main energy source that your body uses to stay active and keep your energy going. They're used to keep you energized in quick bursts, but a lot of carb sources aren't super healthy, so make sure you choose the right ones. For MMA fighters and combat sports athletes, you shouldn't be getting your protein from muscle milk protein shakes or getting your carbs from white bread. You should be getting protein from meats and possibly dairy and carbs from fruit and some vegetables and honey. That should really be it. Quite a bit of people complain and say that pasta is fine and bread is fine and wraps are fine. Well, you are going to feel fatigued a few hours later. So that's why I believe in eating a lot of fat and protein, then structuring the carbs from fruit around your workouts, but we'll get into that later. For fighters in camp, if they have to cut weight, they usually lower their calories. And if you have to gain weight, they usually up them. So bulking and cutting basically. You can do either of the two. It depends on what you want to do. As a fighter, it depends, on just cutting weight and stuff like that. Now on to macronutrients. Macronutrients are vitamins and minerals your body needs to sustain itself. They help it in basic bodily functions, and they especially help in recovery. Make sure that you get proper amounts of all these macronutrients or micronutrients in your body. The body needs them to survive. I'll put a picture on the screen of all the essential micronutrients your body needs to function. So how do you get all these micronutrients? We get them from food. You can also take a multivitamin, but it is best if you try to meet them with food. For fighters, these will really help in every area of recovery, and they will aid in repairing your muscles, which is a big problem with fighters. They tend to not recover as fast since you're getting the crap beat out of you, and when you're working out, you need to repair your muscles, so these micronutrients are going to help with that. A lot of us are nutrient deficient, which means that we don't eat enough micronutrients to sustain ourselves, which in return can lead to feeling pretty crappy throughout the day, and you don't want that when you're training, right? How much to eat and when to eat. Now, this is probably the most important section of the video. If you take anything away from this video, it should be the information right here. For combat sports, it's important that you eat enough food every single day. Like, you should be eating at least 2,700 calories and up to 3,500 calories a day if you don't have to cut weight majorly. I only say this because you burn so many calories. You can track your calories with an app called MyFitnessPal. They will help you stay on track, and it will help you track your progress in the weight if you are cutting weight or trying to gain weight. But that's really all you need to know on how much to eat. But when do we eat? Now, I don't know when you train. I train MMA at night, and then one of my kickboxing days is early in the morning. So I normally like to fast. That means I don't eat anything. I only drink coffee and water. You may be thinking, that's a terrible idea. Why don't you eat in the morning? But a lot of us are fed this lie by modern day medicine and food scientists that we need to eat upon waking, which is completely not true. Our ancestors did not eat until they got that boar. Plus, some may be thinking, how is it important for fighters? Well, in an episode of Joe Rogan's podcast with George St. Pierre, George talks about how intermittent fasting really benefited him. It made him stronger, if anything. It helped him lose weight. It helped him with brain function. So you see, fasting in the morning for 4 to 5 hours after you wake will probably boost overall mood. And you can fast in like a timeline of 16 hours, and then the rest of the hours you're allowed to eat. So it's like an open window. Structuring foods that will boost energy around your workouts is going to be really beneficial for you. A food I highly recommend before I work out would be honey. Honey is extremely good for you. It helps raise testosterone, and make sure the honey is raw, unfiltered, and unheated so that you get all the benefits of the honey instead of having basically pure sugar store-bought honey. For MMA fighters, if you can stay light on the meals before training, that's also really good too. You don't want to be super fatigued during your workout. If you just eat this big fillet of salmon before you work out, well, you're going to feel terrible. But also, when you break your fast in the morning, eat high-fat food. Eating carbs in the morning is going to give you a massive dip in energy. Trust me, you will feel good up until about 2 o'clock, and boom, it hits you. Like, my typical breakfast is 4 scrambled eggs with mozzarella, usually raw, but mixed nuts with a sliced banana and blueberries with honey drizzled over top. And I don't eat that many carbs for breakfast. I understand fruit is a carb, but it won't give you that much of a dip in energy. Like, same with honey. Bread definitely will. So if you eat white bread, you eat sourdough bread, or you eat wheat bread for breakfast with eggs, you're still going to get that dip in energy. Now, I don't know about potatoes, but for fighters, this is just overall very important. But bro, don't worry about when to eat too much, just eat. Hydrating. Hydrating is one of the most significant things you can do in your daily life. Like, most people are chronically dehydrated. If you're a combat sports athlete, this is going to matter so much. I recommend drinking up to 3 liters of water a day or a gallon of water. Water also helps flush out all the toxins in our body and helps keep everything functioning in your body. For example, say you're sparring for 8 rounds, and before that you did 4 rounds of bag work. Then after sparring, you're going to do some more bag work. You're going to be sweating so much. You're going to need that water to keep your body functioning, your cells functioning to their max capacity. You're going to need all these for max performance. Like, bro, you're going to notice a huge difference when you drink 1 liter of water a day to when you drink 3 to 4 liters of water a day. Trust me, man, it makes a big difference. For a while, I didn't really care how much water I drank, and that showed in my skin and in my performance. Alright, thanks for watching. Make sure to go like and subscribe. Go check out the Baki diet and workout course. Amazing information in there, just like in this video. And go check out the Discord server. God bless.